I just wanted to be cute, damn it. So I decided to make a wig. I hate making wigs, but I was like, I want this to look so perfect. I was going for the Korean hippie perm trend look. It's like basically you look kind of like a poodle, but it's like kind of not as big as a poodle. It's just kind of like, oh, I woke up, I was skipping through the breeze and you came in flower crowns. The hair I'm using is from Nadula hair. I got 3 bundles, but I only ended up using like 1.5 and a frontal. It's like a wavy kind of pattern. I'll put all information down in the description box. So this is the frontal, and if you notice, we got some dots there, some knots there, but it's all cool because I'm gonna bleach it today. I'm usually too lazy to do that, but I decided let's go all out for this one. So you're gonna take your bleach and your developer. The developer I'm using is this one that I still had from a different time. And then I had this bleach. It doesn't really matter, but you're gonna smear that on. Note that I'm not using a brush. I'm using a plastic spoon. Don't use metal. I don't know why you don't use metal, but I always remember people saying don't use metal because that's like not okay. So I'm not using metal. And I'm just gonna smear that on like frosting. Speaking of frosting, I've been eating so many tres leches cakes recently, and I'm like, ooh, extra time on them cakes in the back then. Do you actually gain a butt by eating a bunch of crap and then working out? I don't know. Anyway, and then after about 15 minutes, I washed all the bleach out, and here we are starting on the wig. I'm bending down the frontal to my dome cap. I'm using a C-curve needle and some hair thread, and I'm just gonna go around that frontal and sew it down onto my ball cap, my dome cap. I was doing this when my power was out. Not my power, when my internet was out. I had nothing else better to do. But luckily, I download all my music off of Spotify, so I just had that music playing and I went to town. Make sure that you have those pins in there in a good position and that the frontal is laying flat. I've done this before and it's like poked up before, and that's really annoying. And here's how we're looking. Luckily, this frontal was pre-plucked, so I didn't have to do a lot in that regard, so I'm happy. So here's my bundle. I'm going to take my shortest bundle. I believe my shortest bundle was 22 inches? Question mark. I had 2 24s and a 22. So I took a little piece of my 22 inch and I'm sewing it under the bottom of the cap. Basically the thought behind this, the methodology behind this, or my idea was like, if I do that, if I ever decide to wear this hair in a ponytail, it's a lot less likely to show a bunch of like tracks in the back, you know, tell all my stories and all my secrets. So that's just a little thing that I'm trying to do to keep things a little bit cleaner in the back. And there you have it. When I lift the hair up, you don't really see a whole lot of tracks unless you go like yanking at it, but we're pretty good there. Go on with the rest of the bundles. I'm going in with the 24. I didn't expect the bundles to be so long. Granted, I'm not being like super careful with this because I wanted to get it done really quickly, so I'm not having the bundles like super close to each other. But honestly, I really didn't need to. The hair ended up looking really, really nice and full, even though I didn't like go super strategically in there. When we get to the end, I'm putting a little bit of an anchor thread just going through the weft and then folding the weft over and gonna continue on sewing. This hair is really, really soft. I didn't get any shedding while wearing the hair or making the wig, but I did get some while washing the hair. It's probably because towards the top of the wig, I had to start cutting wefts. So I don't know if that's shedding or just hair that broke off because I cut the weft. But I haven't had any problems with it since that time, so I think it was because of cutting the weft. It took about maybe 2 hours to do this, not including the time it took to bleach the frontal and everything, but it was very therapeutic. It's just something to do. If you note, I'm still on that one bundle, by the way, and I'm almost halfway up the head. So oh, if you're curious, the head form thing that I'm using is actually a wig head thing. It's a 23-inch circumference. This was the first time I used it, and I like it so much better than using like those cheap foam heads because it actually fit my head better. So if you plan to make a wig, I highly suggest you invest in like an actual wig making head because it will save your life and make your wigs not a pain in the butt to put on. I think I'm still on that same bundle, by the way. I think I just started the second one here. I decided to skip out on the second 24 and just go straight in with the 22. And I just did that until we got all the way up into the frontal. This is our last little situation, and there you go. There we have it. Now you're gonna flip the hair back, or the frontal back, and cut off the cap that's under the frontal. Make sure, of course, not to hit any of those threads, because then your entire wig would fall apart, and that'd be really sad after all of this work. Now I'm going in to check and see if I want to make any baby hairs. I decided to do a little bit more plucking, but it really didn't need it. It was really well plucked even beforehand, but just going in just a little bit. I don't have the patience to be very diligent with this. And then I'm taking some scissors to kind of make a little bit of baby hairs. I'm using some gel to check how the baby hairs would look if I decided to, you know, go all in. She looking good. Yes, honey. Okay. Hi, it's later that day and I'm tired. So I put on some edge control and I'm gonna use that to blend my edges with the like baby hairs that I put in the wig. This is like the lazy way to get your head on, get your wig on. I also have 2 bobby pins in the back of the wig to just secure it in the back, but that's all I really did for this wig. It does stay on really well though. I was surprised, but again, I think it has something to do with the wig form. This hair is really, really nice, by the way. Oh, it's so full. Because the reason why I got so many bundles is usually when you have longer hair, the bundles themselves tend to be quite short, but I was able to get away with only 1.5 bundles in a frontal. Like, what? I'm going in with some wand curls. When I washed the hair, some of the curl kind of fell when I washed the bleach out of the frontal in particular, but I ended up washing the entire wig and I wanted everything to be a little bit more fluffy. I'm not doing all of the hair, I'm just going in for random pieces to mix up the texture, and I really, really liked the way it looked at the end. And there you have it. My hair cute. Yes, it's all messy and piecey. It looks really, really natural too. Here's me with a little bit of a face on. Why did it look like I was showing you my titties? I was trying to show you the length. Thank you for watching. If you want any information about this hair, I'll put that all in the description box. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.